So we're here at Accountex 2017 with James Akrigg from Microsoft, and we're joined by Mark Sykes from BDODrive. We're talking about the arrival in the UK of Microsoft Dynamics 365 for Finance. Now, you've got your own story here at the event, Mark, that BDODrive is a new initiative too. But can you tell us about that and maybe the role that Microsoft's playing?
Yeah, I think there's a really interesting thing going on in the accounting space at the moment. There's a bit of a digital revolution going on, and we've seen that with a lot more kind of cloud-based type technologies. What we've been doing at BDO is we've been working with Microsoft to actually change the way that we're actually engaging with clients. So it's much more than just the financial aspects, it's actually the whole way that we actually work together collaboratively as a team. So the really great thing that we've got is effectively through the 365 environment, we've got the tools. So Teams, for example, our people absolutely love working with that because it means that we can collaborate not around a service, but we collaborate around a client. We can actually share stories, take data feeds, take RSS feeds, social feeds, as well as the Teams interaction from different service lines to build up a story and an understanding of a client to deliver better service. So we first of all get that beautiful collaboration, which is really important in terms of driving forward the way, as a profession, we deliver that service. The second half of it then is around the way that we actually understand the client, and linked up to that, and what I think sits uniquely with the financials business edition is it's also got the integrations that will be coming through in terms of the client engagement and in terms of marketing and the whole suite effectively. So we need that visibility as the business partner because it allows us to really see what's going on with the client, real-time, up-to-date information on the business. But more than that, you can actually get that whole picture across the whole of the business around the issues that they're facing.
Now, particularly, I understand you're at BDO and you are a trained accountant.
I am indeed, yes.
From that perspective, what does the Dynamics 365 finance product, does it offer anything extra that accountants will respond to?
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting space, and I have to say here at Accountex, it's almost like watching a bit of a battleground going on, because there's kind of different views about how you work with clients. But I think where the Microsoft offering comes in, and bear in mind actually that Microsoft got offerings that sit over all of the opportunities here. So something like Power BI, guess what? It can pull data from multiple sources. It can pull it from financials, but it can pull it from Xero, it can pull it from QuickBooks. And the real power of things like that is you get that collective picture across multiple systems that you might not get from other places. So we absolutely love products like that. But in terms of the financials, the bit that I think is really interesting is actually the way that you can operate from within, say, Outlook. So if you actually think how most of us work, we have that, I'm in Outlook, I've got all my emails. And what you hate doing is jumping in, jumping out. And actually what you can do with financials is sitting right there when the email comes in, could you give me a quote, could you tell me how, whether you've got this in stock. You don't even leave it, the extension is right there and you can see straight into the system, I've got one of those, I've got one available, I'll put a quote together, I'll click, I'll send it through, and I've not had that horrible thing of flipping between multiple screens and trying to work out where I was last. So it does offer something absolutely unique. And then also you just kind of build out all the integrations, as I said, into things like CRM, and I think that's really exciting for clients. So the financials bit is great for us. For the clients, it's that ease of access through Outlook, but it's also the fact that they can then build out kind of their marketing and the way they operate as a team. And again, we ourselves are implementing that internally. We've chosen to go with 365 CRM, and we love it. It's we're due to finish the development next month, and I'd have to say that everyone's really excited about it and excited about the way it's going to change how we as accountants operate.
James, you're sort of a Power BI man. You've been talking to us about that for a while. It links to Excel. It's built into Excel, so obviously it's there for all those accountants who know it and use it. But both. It's a question I'll probably put to you. Do you think there's a little bit of a lag? The tools are there, but is the profession and our users really, have they found out how to apply it most effectively yet? And what can you guys do to accelerate that?
I think today was a very good example of showing how you can use the tools that you're familiar with. So everybody's pretty much familiar with Excel. Everybody can put a chart in Excel. And even at the simplest point of being able just to publish that data to Power BI, just at a click of a button and share that more effectively. I mean, that's the sort of first step, and already the feedback has been, well, that seems really easy. And then you can sort of grow into using some of the more advanced capabilities. I think one of the things that's really key is the sort of integration opportunities that lie there. That's why we've got so many of our partners building solutions in and around Power BI. It's great to sort of see other partners embracing that and bringing that education, that capability to accountants and customers. But it's also showing some of the things like the new alerting capabilities, so we can actually trigger other sort of business processes as well. So it's not about just visualizing the data, but it's also creating actions from that data as well. And I think this will propel productivity in businesses forward.
But are accountants ready to do something with those tools?
It's a really interesting question. So, real life example, I've got a client, they operate on multiple systems, they are unable to compare side by side the performance of all those businesses because of the way it's all been structured and the acquisitions. And I have to say, one of my team, I basically said we've got to do something different, and they took Power BI and they were able to take the data feeds through from multiple sources, and then in front of the client they were able to side by side compare the different parts of the business and drill down into it to actually see where the costs were, how they compared to each other, and deliver real advice. That's the challenge. That's a transformation, and I think the big piece for us as accountants is a lot of the compliance, a lot of the day-to-day is going to be automated. There is a lot of really sophisticated technology coming through to make life easier and better. The thing we all went into this profession to do was to advise businesses and to engage with our clients, and guess what? That's where things like Power BI, the client engagement side of things and all of that, we can actually then really harmonise, and that's what BDODrive's about.
Okay, well, could be exciting times ahead.
The audience today really got on board with the fact that it's no longer about the technology, it's about the outcomes that it achieves. And when you look at the Power BI, it's not about the technology is amazing, right?
Yeah.
It's about the outcome. It's the first time you can actually bring data from different sources, you can visualize, you can ask questions about your data, get alerts of it, and this brings incredible power. So that outcome, what's in it for me, that's the driver of why I think businesses will change. It's because the outcome matters.
Yeah, someone said to me that Power BI was like a pivot table. No, you have not understood Power BI. What you've got there is a tool that is going to let you get those multiple data sources to analyse, to interpret, to apply the same process to them month on, month out, and change the way that you actually engage with the client. But that's it. We've got to, as a profession, change the way that we engage with our clients.
Well, you guys are obviously quite excited about this whole prospect, so am I. So good luck with that, and we'll be looking into it on AccountingWEB a lot more. So thanks for joining us.